Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mystics MMOs. I am your host, Mysticraven. All right, today we're going to be doing a first look of the MMO Defiance 2050. All right, so me and my boy Duck, as most of my subscribers know, I play with Duck quite a bit. Him, and his sister actually got to play this game and check it out yesterday, and we had a blast. I mean, seriously, this game was surprisingly, I've never played Defiance 2050 before on PC, and it recently came out for console and Xbox. Now, there was Defiance prior to the redo. Not a lot has changed as far as the original Defiance versus the 2050. To be honest with you, there's some controversy with all of that between Defiance and Defiance 2050. So to be honest with you, I don't know the entire details of what happened, why it happened, and why it went down the way it did. I am familiar with Tryon, though, and Tryon is really known in its games for dynamic environmental events that happen or occur in their games, and it pulls players together to work together to overcome these dynamic events. And that's been really cool in an MMO. Probably one of the best features that Tryon ever does in majority of their games are dynamic events. I wish more MMOs would really build on what Tryon does really well with this. Now, some of the things that Tryon lacks in certain games is end game direction or class balance, and unfortunately the company and their games kind of suffer due to that. But from an initial standpoint, their games play really well. Their games play so well, and I'm not a shooter player, to be honest with you. I've played some shooters, but I'm not a big shooter player. But today, I want to introduce you guys to Defiance 2050. If you don't know what it is an MMO. It is available on all platforms. You can get it for Xbox, you can get it for PlayStation, and you can play it on PC. So without any further ado, let's get into making a new character. Now, initially, when you start your account on this game, you will get 2 character slots. Now, you can purchase other character slots, and you can also unlock additional character slots in game on that tune and switch out and earn skill points, so you can play every class on one tune. You don't necessarily have to make alts. Now, there is no real player crafting, so it's very casual. It's not meant for hardcore MMOers, because hardcore MMOers playing this game would become kind of tedious, and after a while, you're going to get bored. But if you're a casual MMOer, this game is pretty much up your alley. So let's go ahead and let's create a new character. And I will go over a few things that I really enjoyed about character creation in Defiance 2050. I was really, really happy with a couple of the things that they implemented just from the original. Now, there is a storyline that is associated with the game, and it will walk you through different cutscenes. Voice acting's really well. I like the fact that the characters are, actually moving their lips. Their movements and their gestures do correspond with the voice animation, with the voiceovers. So I really like that. I thought that was really well done. I mean, it seems a little dated in some aspects to the graphics, but at the same time, you kind of get the idea of what's occurring in the game throughout the story progression. Very well done. And it follows off the sci-fi show. Unfortunately, the sci-fi show only lasted, I think, 3 seasons. So for players who, whatever. Now, here is cutscenes. And if you are a shooter fan, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this game. This game really did a good job in so many ways with the storyline. It just kept true to the entire...
We just passed the Golden Gate. We'll be on site in less than 20. So you got 10 to secure the rest of that gear and get yourself strapped in for a landing. Repeat, 10 minutes until lockdown, people!
That's an unacceptable response. Must I remind you who I am?
What the hell is this?
I don't care what your protocol is. You're here to help me, so that's what I want you to do.
You're dismissed, Private. What's the problem, Von Bach?
You better get your men in line, Captain Grant. I want my equipment out of storage. My Ark Hunters and I depart as soon as we land.
The Earth Republic is in a limousine service. Your gear's locked up and we don't have time to dig it out. Now please, find your seat.
No offense, Captain, but I think your orders were to do as I ask.
My orders come from my superiors. People in Manhattan wearing uniforms, like this. And those orders are to keep you safe while you locate your alleged Arctech.
Alleged Arctech? There is no alleged, Captain. Do you see this? With this Arc core and the rest of the technology that I'll find in the Bay Area, I will repair this world.
I hate when you get a game, like there was a game, I will be going into that, where everything was well done, but the character, like the cutscenes, the NPCs weren't moving their lips. Their gestures were kind of mixed matched, and I was like, I know it's a small detail, but honestly, you know, details like this, like especially when you're trying to follow the storyline,
Let's go.
It kind of adds up.
No problem, Cap.
You too.
Now, from this point, you're going to actually enter your character creation, right? Which is really nice. There's 3 different races. Let me go ahead. I'll check out the comment here. If I can throw it up. Okay. If I can throw it up. There we go. Yo, Phil, what's up? Okay, so they're human. Male, female. I can't even pronounce this one. This is another race. And then, of course, the Castellan. Male and female. It's kind of cool. Okay. Now we can pick our classes. There's 4 initial classes. There's the Assault, Assassin, Guardian, and Combat Medic. Now there is a Demolition class that you can unlock in game. Okay, so it's there. I don't know what everything is progressing as far as whatever, but these are the 4 classes you start off with. Now I did start off with the Guardian, which is like the tank. So we have 2 DPS roles. We have basically a tank. You're still firing and stuff, and then we have the Combat Medic, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to go with the Assassin on this one. And when we go to the Archetype, it's just basically the initial face look. Okay. Once we've do that, we can go in here. Now we can change the skin colors. This is where I thought it was kind of cool. This is where customization kind of, you know, plays an important role.
Soldier.
Okay. We confirm. Now we can change eye color. It's simplistic, but enough to detail. And I really like that. Now we can change his hairstyle. I'm kind of feeling that at the moment. We can go with the hair color now. It's not as detailed as some games are with their hues. Like, you know, what tints and stuff. But honestly, I really like this. Now we can go with facial hairs. Kind of like that, like a gunslinger type look. And I like that when you pick the hair color, the facial color, you adapt it. So I didn't have to re-implement the facial hair color. Just very simplistic, but yet effective. And then we can give his face some extra details on the markings. Give him some scars. And then you can add face paint if you want. If I give him markings, I usually don't go face paints. There's the skull, though. That's kind of cool, though. I'll go without. Okay. Once we confirm, then we can just enter a name. And we go to create character. Now, every class has a different ability they can use. The firearms are the same for every class.
Hold on, Captain.
But as far as their ability or special ability, everyone will change due to the class type.
We land in 10.
Like, for example, my Guardian, I have a taunt, I have a shield system. Assassins can cloak, obviously. Assault can run, like, super fast. Like, I'm talking insanely fast. Combat medics throw out a little healing bot.
Don't go anywhere.
So it's really, really cool in that essence.
Relax. It's just a little turbulence.
Advice, this game isn't stable. It's somewhat fun, not stable. I played the original in this. Any questions you got, ask away. Definitely. Is apparently a 5-headed race, 1-head personalities, bipolar, but 5 instead of 2. Got you. The last ones are apparently semi-androish. Yep, I kind of got that when I made mine. Since you're running assassins, aim to be fast-moving. Max out your cloak and movement speed during cloak first. Got you. Got you. Sounds good. Sounds like all solid advice to me. I usually don't play shooters. Now, I'm terrible at shooters. I'm terrible at these games. Like I said, it was fun though, because it is free to play. So I thought it was kind of interesting to check it out. We were having fun. We actually even did, a co-op, and it was a blast. We actually had a lot of fun. We were out there doing a lot of, arc falls. I mean, the dynamic events in the game are very, very much like amazing. Vehicle handling was a little questionable. I'm terrible at it anyways, but it was even a little more so difficult in certain ways.
Which one of these dealies opens this bitch? Nice.
Sound cues are good. Some of the repetitiveness and music kind of gets a little...
Name's Cass Dukar. I saw you land. Well, maybe that's not the right word. It was more smashing into the ground than landing. I sort of expected you to be a bowl of soup in there. What are you doing?
I like the look of my dude just from the rip. They do such a good job with, you know, putting your character look in it. That was another thing I was impressed with the cutscenes. It's not like showing it from a third party. It's showing the character you developed in the cutscenes. That was impressive.
You might want to arm yourself a bit more. The locals aren't known for their charm.
Hello.
This is your ego.
Oh, good. You can hear me now. I can sense your nervousness, but don't fret. I'm the Environmental Guardian online device that was injected into your body. You can just call me Ego.
Environmental Guardian Online.
Please forgive me.
Ego.
I'm having some trouble getting all the behaviors activated, so we might experience a few hitches at the beginning. But I'll sort it out. We have lots to go over, so we should start.
Liked it. Okay.
We need to find Mr. Von Bach, but first, we'll need to gear up.
If you hold down on the toggle, you can run.
Necessary equipment as soon as possible so we can start looking for Mr. Von Bach.
Restock and recock.
Particular weapon types work better for specific situations.
Okay, well, if I hit my my L1 or yeah, L1, I can cloak. I can hit that and square and I can cloak. Of course it is. Zoom in. Like I said, I'm terrible.
Lock, load, and vanish. down.
There's a couple times I did die. Okay, you can dodge roll.
Grenades have a cooldown period, so there will be a short break before another one is ready for use.
Got to cover somewhere. I'm terrible at shooters. I'm so terrible at shooters. Gonna rush him. Smart. NPC, the AI is pretty good actually. Gonna rush him. Okay. The AI is pretty good, I'll be honest. I was impressed with the AI. Some of the AI taking cover. Okay, L1 and C, and then we can use the ego power. That's the stealth. I've already done that. It does have a pretty... Oh shit. Not much for cover here. And that's what happens when you die. Now you do have one self-revive, and then you have a release.
Better start praying.
Tango is down. Tango Echo spotted.
Oh shit.
Confirming elite kill.
Woo. Telling
I'm
you.
receiving a signal. I'll patch
Terrible. I'm terrible, terrible.
Can anyone hear me? I need help down here. It looks like the mutants have
Shooters are
been
not my
organized for attack.
what I'm really known for.
No, we better help her.
This is crazy. Like some of this I was dying left and right when I first got in here. But it's
According to my
fun.
readings, those creatures are actually humans. However, their DNA is severely mutated.
Get in the shadows.
We need to shut these dudes down.
Okay.
You can forget about finding any survivors.
So this is where I'm terrible.
I have the ability to hack into most computer systems. Get to that thorium reactor, and I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, but when you go in there, there's like a ton of things that spawn on top of you.
Target removed. Elite hostile in
Excellent.
sight.
I was able to reactivate the fissile materials. The reactor will overload
I'm
and
pulling
blow
back.
this entire base off the map. But we'll need to keep the mutants from disrupting the process.
What did you do to that thing? It looks like it's going to explode.
Come on.
Tango Echo eliminated.
Now that
Got it.
looks useful. I've spotted some advanced weaponry.
Now this one shit just goes crazy. And you are slow. You'll get these in like dungeons or like advanced weaponry. So it's kind of introduced to you in the beginning. You don't get these all the time. My position compromised. There's a cutscene.
Thanks. You have an ego implant, don't you?
Pretty good.
That's amazing. First time I've ever seen one in action. You know, I think we're gonna make one hell of a
Game
team.
looks sick, brother. It's pretty good, Jace. It's really good. It's fun. It's fun, man.
I'm heading to the crash
Don't stop
site.
firing
They're
your
gonna
heavy
need
from
help.
TF2 with
I'm
that
sure we'll
gun.
be in
Got you.
contact.
You run out of enemies
Contact.
before the Ripper is empty. Long before it's empty. Nice. Good call, man. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's like there's a lot of fun in it, and it's free to play. I don't feel like the game's like designed
Another
for
fine
hardcore
day in the new
MMOs. There's not.
frontier.
There's no real crafting. There's no
guys.
real like whatever. You'll always find ammo boxes, which was really nice in the game. And then once I level up, and I'll be getting into that.
We need to find out if Mr.
Okay,
Von
once
Bock
I level
survived.
up, I can hit down on
I'm
the
picking up
D-pad.
signals from a couple nearby
And this is the
defense
currency
suits.
page,
Fingers crossed that one of them belongs
right?
to Mr. Von Bock.
Here's self-explanatory: XP, script, reputation, skill. Now here's points. So when you level up, you can get class points, and then you can spec into your build. So I can increase the stealth, I can also do eviscerate. So it'll tell you on critical hit, cause the enemy to bleed. Okay, evasion maneuvers. Performing a roll gives you a buff that increases your damage for 5 seconds. And then stalk. Increase movement speed temporarily on stealth activation. And then, of course, later on you'll get further unlocks the more points you spend in. But you got to put X amount of points in. So, kind of interesting. We'll go with the critical hit for now. The dot damage in this game isn't worth it. Take stock to max. Oh, okay. I made a mistake. At least I could respec, which you can do in this game, which is cool. So at least you gave me a heads up about the dot damage. Okay, and it's pretty self-explanatory. The map is kind of cool. You can set waypoints, and there's points of interest. These are arcs. So this is the dynamic event I was talking about. And Tryon does really well at this. It's a lot of fun. And also you'll get vehicles, and you can do achievements to unlock other vehicles. And once you complete these, it'll open up basically a raid arc that people are doing. And it's open world. There are no load maps or anything like that. It's kind of refreshing that, you know, see right there's a real player with the purple icon above his head. So there are real players running around all the time.
I hope whoever was in there is still alive.
And then the red icons, you know, up on your screen, those are the arcs.
Get to an open area so I can scan the valley. We're really lucky to be alive. The crash is horrifying.
Yeah, don't go down there yet. You have skill point cap. Yep. That tier can only hold 5. Yep, I saw that. I did notice it, and I liked it. It was kind of simple. Like, a lot of the way the game's designed was simple, but yet effective. And I thought to myself, you know, there's a lot of things I really liked about the game. Now, PvP I haven't tried. I have heard it's fun, but not competitive.
I'm receiving several Vombach industry signals. One of them has to be him. Let's hurry and check them out. This expedition is in serious jeopardy.
Now I do have a sidearm now. If I hit triangle, I can switch from one arm to a sidearm. So triangle on the or your top button, I forget which color. I think it's yellow. Would be for Xbox.
My DNA scan says this is not Mr. Von Bach, but VBI employee number 130. That's not good. She was extremely important to this expedition. This is the head of the security team. If he didn't make it, then what hope does Mr. Von Bach have?
Red icons. There is, like I said, there is PvP in this game. It's not open world. It's a queue system.
This is a deceased Von Bach Industries technician. I fear the
There's
worst.
real players.
We may have lost everyone.
You can get in. You can group up with other players in game and do your objectives together. That was kind of cool. I really like that.
This is not Mr. Von Bach's body. This is a tragedy. I'm estimating the death count to be at least 300. Whether Mr. Von Bach is alive or dead, he doesn't appear to be near the crash site. I think we're going to need some assistance in finding him. I'm receiving an SOS from Captain Grant now. I'll patch it through.
Repeat.
Right toggle is your gun butt.
Get to cover and stay put. We will find combat-capable survivors. Report to the emergency HQ at the New Freedom Rally Point. ASAP.
Hey, Arc Hunter. Did you get that E-Rep message? Meet me at the rally point.
Okay, so the rally point's been updated. There is a path. You can also mark waypoints on the map. So if I come here and I hit square, and then I can mark the location on the map. Friendly. Okay. Now you'll also get your vehicle once you get in here.
Here. Let's find the man in charge.
Repeat. The New Freedom has gone down. Heavy casualties suffered. Does anyone copy? Captain Grant, sir. The terraforming interference
Keep trying, Corporal. You keep talking to that thing until your voice gives out. Do you understand?
Till your voice gives out.
I recognize you. You're one of Von Bach's arc hunters. But who are you? And what are you doing in my base of operations?
Name's Cass. Wait. Did you just say Von Bach? As in Von Bach Industries? The dude they call Death's Merchant? What exactly is going on
It's
here?
none of your concern, Miss.
Sir,
You get an automatic vehicle, yep. Upgrading weapons in both original and 2050 upgrades change the way your weapon looks. Yeah, that's some of the controversy, Phil, between the original and the 2050. Like, a lot of players were not happy when they took down the original and they didn't transfer stuff. And I understand, like, a lot of players putting in time because it does have, you know, like, your weapons is the most important aspect to your gameplay in here. So I understand, like, some of the controversy, like what Tryon kind of dug themselves a little grave with certain players when it came to that.
Just a bunch of bloodthirsty mutants now.
You're telling me that those things are Earth Military Coalition soldiers?
Yep. Apparently they didn't get the memo when that gig fell apart all those years ago. They think you're invading.
How do you know all this?
There's a lot of old EMC junk around here. The least of which is Project...
Yeah. Project Tranquility.
Swords, 7th Legion, and energy. I wasn't happy either. They took a complete weapon away. Oh, did they? So you used to have swords. Oh, damn.
Nope.
I mean, I feel like the game's really fun. Especially, like, you downloading it, you don't have to put a lot into the game as far as money. But if you want to, you know, get a couple of fluff items, maybe get a couple of packs and stuff, it's kind of cool. I love the open world concept of the game. Like, I felt like that was one of the coolest aspects. Tryon does that really well. You know, dynamic events. They don't do it small. Tryon never did, like in Rift, when you got up to like a tier 5 Rift, you had tons of people on that, right? It was crazy. And in this game, Tryon did a really great job once again with the dynamic events. And that's the one thing that Tryon does probably better than majority of MMO companies out there. Their dynamic events are really well done, but where they lose direction of where their end game and balancing goes, and that's kind of been the struggle for Tryon. But as far as like graphics and gameplay, they do really well. The game is pretty polished, but it does have its bugs. There are some glitches in the game. Okay. So, I should be able to call out the mount once I get to a little area here. There's a way somebody you can talk to or something and get mounts. There's an ammo box always by this station. There are different bases of operations. There's also a terminal somewhere. I want to say there's mission terminals too that you can get into. I don't know where all those are yet. There are points of interest on the map. So we'll foot it for now. I think when we come back, we might be getting a mount. There will be an AI that comes up that explains it to you. Oh, it's Duck. Morning, Duck. Welcome to the show. Say hi.
Hello.
I made a new class, and I'm showing people Defiance. I was telling them how much fun we were having yesterday playing it. So, Duck, since you're on the show, first impressions, what do you think?
It was pretty good.
Pretty good?
I played it back on Xbox as well, though.
Right. You were saying that when it was original Defiance. Now, from a shooter, now you play shooters. Now, what's your take in comparison to other shooter games?
It's pretty much what it reminded me a lot of Division. What's that other one? Oh, Borderlands. Another one that's pretty similar.
I got the sniper rifle with the assassin from the get. Well, now you got an assault rifle with your class yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, so each class starts out with their preferred weapon, is what it sounded like.
Ah, got you.
Target destroyed.
So, Phil's watching the show, and he's telling me the dots aren't worth,
Target
what?
The dots?
Like, you know, like, right now, like, when I deal critical damage, I apply a bleed effect. And he's like, he said it wasn't worth speccing into in this game. Just go for raw damage and stealth.
Well, yeah, it's the night blade and the sniper rifle. Because you get that crit, you start stacking that up, and it's a lot of damage, and it's raw damage.
Now, what was your favorite weapon yesterday that you bumped into?
Yeah, actually, a sniper rifle.
Sniper rifle? Sniper rifle is pretty good.
It's, oh, I kind of hate to say it, but yeah.
Now, I like the scoping system. Like, there's different, you know, scopes and crosshairs and stuff. You know, I mean, I thought that was well done.
Enemy down.
Send backup!
I felt like loot drop is pretty good. One of the things I don't like about the game, we can't figure out if you can trade. As far as of now, we couldn't trade with each other. You know, if I got like a weapon Duck would use more than I would, we couldn't trade it. That was kind of the some of the things we were kind of a little depressed about. Now, as you guys can see, there are other players here. And it was kind of cool because, like, as a tank, I got to aggro, which did come in handy in some of those scenarios, didn't it, Duck?
Yeah.
Now, did you find, like, scoping made a difference as far as, like, how much damage? I mean, then there's the...
more about accuracy. If you
and I got
scope it,
third.
sometimes you can get a headshot.
Area secured.
Headshots are pretty hard. I felt like the recoil was good, though. Like, I don't play a lot of shooters, but I felt like recoil was pretty good in the game.
Looks like you convinced Grant that us Arc Hunters can actually help out here.
What about you?
He said you can take one of the
I
runners
didn't
to
have
get
too much
around.
problem staying on target.
Pick it up at 8
I mean,
on your way
like,
down.
what I liked about it is, like, when I would fire, the gun would have the recoil, you know? Like, it would kind of pull up, and you'd have to readjust the aim, so the aim wasn't always, you know, accurate. Same thing when you were talking about some of the sub-assault guns. Like, you know, the accuracy of the fire rating. I don't know all this. You're better at it than I do. But I felt like some of the things was like, okay, this is kind of cool, you know? I'm definitely better as a tank. I'll be honest. No, by the way, we do have 2 character slots in this game to start off with. Yeah, it was nice. Definitely nice. Aiming helps your accuracy with weapons. Nice. Excellent. Now, did you like the recoil there, Phil? I mean, how did you feel about the recoil? I like it. I feel like each weapon has its own recoil, and that was kind of the cool thing. There's there's my vehicle. So now I have the runner, which is really cool. If I push up, I can call out the runner. And you can see, guys, these are real players just running around. A lot of players in this game. It was pretty impressive to see, say the least, how many people are actually playing the game.
There's a mission I need completed, but it's no job for a soldier. It demands someone with your...
Now, what about, did you feel like some of the quests were monotonous, Duck?
I put our objective on the
There was
map.
certain, like, I know you hated cutscenes.
Yeah, cutscenes always suck. But it's like they weren't monotonous
Yet. I feel like the storyline's good, though. I mean, I know you're not big on storyline. You just want the gameplay and all that. So. And you made level 15 in one day, didn't you? It was like 15 when you logged or something?
I think it's 15, actually.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. I just hit 15 right before I logged.
I'm terrible at driving these things. And then you get a booster too by hitting X. Duck introduced me to that yesterday. I'm like, I can't drive it as is. You're going to give me super speed? Trigger is your accelerator, and your left one is the back.
Slash brake.
Yep. Or you can hold them both together and it'll like break it too. What the hell?
A couple of times I ended up switching the, you know, you get loadout 1 and loadout 2.
All targets are handled.
What?
Nice job.
You know you get loadout 1 and loadout 2.
Yeah.
That's
I haven't figured out how, but there is a way to switch that in combat. Without blowing your screen.
Fire in the hole.
I did it on an accident. I haven't figured out how to do it on purpose.
Bullseye.
I like the rolling system. Like I said, I do. There's a lot of things about the game that I really like.
Come a little closer!
All targets are handled. Nice job. We got what we came for. Let's get out of here.
Pretty much your missions. Once, like I said, you level up and you can go. Now here's your inventory. You can load up your weapons. We'll get into loadouts really quick. So basically, I can switch out. I can keep the sniper rifle. I can put like an assault rifle on, like the sub-carbine. So if all I have to do is hit select and put it in which slot I want to put it in. Now I have my sniper, and now I have my sub-assault instead of my hand, which is kind of cool. Down pad will always go to this selection, and then once I get a point, I'm going to spend it in my stealth. Phil said take it into the stealthing. Max out your stealth. Now, as far as the co-op play, I thought the co-op play was really fun yesterday when we were in there. The matchmaking.
Yeah.
Victory coming.
I mean, it was kind of interesting. You got to get keys to unlock, and you can do certain things to get those keys. That was kind of confusing at first, you know. But I felt that was kind of cool. And the dynamic events or the group events were really well done. I think in this game are really well done.
Nice work. You Ark Hunters are ballsy, if not stupid.
It's a really good game, and it's free, guys. Let's repeat that one word again. Free. I mean, well, that's a perk, is it not? Doc.
Yeah,
I run a heavy-handed assassin ego setup. Nice. Upping the cloak increases the damage you deal with any attack while cloaked. Nice. Excellent. Like, I honestly thought free was good. Free is good. Free is always good. Like, you can get certain things in the store, and I felt like that was a perk. Like, some of the, like, you know, camo stuff and all that. That was kind of cool, too. You can unlock outfits. By the way, did you know that when we do achievements, we unlock other outfits and other vehicles, Duck?
That's nice.
That's nice.
There's a mission I need completed. but it's no job for a
Now, for an
soldier.
MMO shooter, thumbs up or thumbs down? Doug.
Thumbs up, actually.
Let's move.
One of the
I've zeroed in on
biggest
the
things I like
objective.
about the MMO aspect of it is you can always drop down. There's no scenario that you get locked out of because you've already completed it.
Right.
That's something that I feel like most MMOs
Someone wants you
in
to join their
general
group.
that at least
Grouping
that I
allows you to
played,
better
you can't
monitor
do
the
that.
status of group members.
Now, the phasing was a little weird, a little clunky, but it is nice how we can phase in, how the game's designed in for that. But it's a little,
Yeah,
there was
well,
once or
as soon as
twice
you
that
go-
it kind of bugged up, right?
Group up, group up, group up.
Group up? Oh, did you invite me? Yes, you did.
I think that's
Sign
one
me
thing
up.
that it doesn't do so well.
The notifications. I wish you would get it in front of the screen, like group notifications. There's a couple of things that could be improved upon in the
Collect
game,
that
for sure,
information.
for sure. And just walking around and players actually playing open world the way it is.
I'll fess up to it on this one.
Lock, load, and vanish.
Don't let me travel with you. Where are you at?
I'm at the newbie zone. Try to phase in first. I'm at the beginning area of the base. Can
Okay,
you see me
now
on
it's
the
working.
map?
That's working now.
Okay. After you phased?
Yeah.
Okay. Your sister was doing a really good job healing too yesterday.
I'm picking up a distress signal from
Yeah.
Captain Grant's men. They're in trouble. We better help.
Drop.
And there will be loot drops. Some of them, I think ammo's automatic and loot drops you have to pick up.
That's an uncommon piece of
I can roll
equipment.
dodge and
It'll be more
reload.
effective than standard gear.
At the same time?
Yeah, yeah, it's in my spec. And
Oh, it's in your spec?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's an automatic thing when you do a dodge roll. That's kind of cool. Fire in the hole.
Mutants coming in from the west.
Where'd you go?
Okay, dude. Rushing the top.
Target neutralized.
You call that rushing?
Whatever, dude. You got super speed. It's not my fault. Clear.
Thanks for the assist. We'll get this truck running and meet you at the medical clinic.
Time to drive.
Yeah, we leveled up pretty. Your sister got, like, she surpassed my level yesterday. I was so jelly. I was like, no!
We're in position, but this place
Yeah,
is
she went
crawling
on
with more
just
mutants.
towards it.
We're going to
Yeah,
need your
she
help.
caught on pretty quick.
Yeah.
We got an event right here on the way. I got Tango.
Get over here and help me! I thought I was dumb.
Some of these little bastards are resilient.
Crap! Tango sighted!
Some die really easy.
Heavy heat ahead.
Big dude!
Snipe the shit out of that motherfucker. Hit him in his dome.
Tango Echo eliminated.
That was incredible. Keep it up.
Okay, let me,
Is it clear? Do we secure the area?
yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the Ark, dude. There's an Ark 300 meters up the road. Let's show these guys what an Ark drop looks like. Tango, I'm just going to go ahead and go past them. Don't want to fall in the water here. If you guys fall in the water, you can get me unstuck, or there's fast travel to your friends.
Or base.
Okay, so the right?
I don't know. I didn't mark it on my map. Ow.
It's this way, dude. I was trying to jump that. Of course, you'll bump into trees and everything else. Do you bump into trees when you drive that thing? I'm terrible.
There's a challenge nearby.
Yes,
These
there
tests of
is.
skill will allow you to compare your performance with other Ark hunters.
I don't like challenges. Not yet, anyways. Because I suck.
There's an Arkfall in the vicinity.
There's an
These
Arkfall.
dangerous events are opportunities to gather rare resources and vast fortunes to strip.
Oh, we missed it.
We've got an Arkfall on its way. You never know what's going to come out of those things, so take precautions. Our reaction within that crystal is growing out of control.
So-
Stay clear of it.
Assault rifle scrap. That's cool.
They never stood a chance.
It's kind of cool. Really like the Arc Falls. They get big, man. We were on a couple of ones that were like, holy spliff. Check out your goals, task, mount, TAM to see challenges, right? Oh, one neat thing with driving, you improve the more you drive. Yeah, it was nice. We noticed that. We were like leveling up in the rides. It was kind of cool.
Saddle up.
Like I said, the game's actually a lot of fun. And once again, free. And Duck gives it a thumbs up. And Duck is kind of picky about his games. He was a little skeptical, weren't you, at first, Duck?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, it is fun. We have an arc fall about 1,000 meters. You want to go do that? I'm on my way to the arc fall. And everything scales. So even if you're at a low level, you don't... Tango blew me. I mean, not literally, but hey, we got a big dude.
Yeah.
I detect a group of humans incoming. Their DNA is strange. Looks like we've got incoming mutants.
Ego level available, baby. Switching to sub-assault.
I'm detecting more mutants on their way.
Oh shit, we got another big one, Duck.
Snipe his dome off. Superman.
Why can't my tank deal this much damage? I'm so pissed.
Why can't my tank do as much damage as the DPS? Like ridiculous.
What? My tank should be beast.
We're clear.
Tank is pretty beast.
It
I don't know,
is.
that's kind of how I feel like it is. The tanks are actually better at taking out the low health. With like what, that grenade launcher you had, dude? You were ripping through.
I know, dude. I didn't have a lot of rage, but seriously, there was a couple of points that I was like, wow. Okay, we gotta go under this bridge.
And that's and yeah, I think they appropriately noted that, because if you, during the character select, they're like, this guy's a tank and he's mob control.
Yeah.
And the way he does mob control is kill them all.
Right. I mean, it was kind of cool. There were things, but there was points that where I really needed you, and I just needed like to kite things around. I felt like that was another thing that was well done in the game, like, you know, being able to you know, reposition when needed.
I feel like we took a wrong turn.
At Albuquerque. Hold on. Come down to the... Don't go inside that. Just come down and around, dude.
Mount up.
Oh.
No! Could you imagine Cyrodiil is having vehicles like this?
They do. They're called mounts.
No, I mean, like, you know, where we got like speed boost and stuff, like crazy, like putting rockets on mounts. Like, what? I'm bumping into rocks. My horse is stumbling. I can't even drive, let alone. Avoid them. They're going to try to blow you up.
We've got an arc fall on its way. You never know what's going to come out of those things, so take precautions.
Hey, little shit. Jumping around all nimbly dembly.
Looks like they brought some backup. Get ready.
Somebody drove their car into the arc. They're like, let me in on this. Oh, snap. Thank God for friendly fire.
The crystal is unstable. Get clear.
Yeah, you can't get clear enough. Ow.
Pretty good at
I didn't
this,
get knocked back. Yeah. What's up? I only got 10 kills. But there's the loot, so you guys will see you'll get rewarded for it. So, it's kind of cool. I got number 4. What'd you get? You got... What place did you get, dude? I don't even see you.
Yeah, just right underneath you.
Oh, okay. Cool. So there are like score evaluations too per event, which is kind of cool. And you can always go back and do your quests. So you can always do the dynamic events surrounding the areas and stuff. There's another arc fall. I'm marking it.
The one up top, right?
Yeah, I've already marked it.
The one down below is like way out of the way.
A lot of fun, man. This game is a lot of fucking fun, man. I'm serious. I never tried it before. That's the crazy part, you know. Oh shit. Got past them. Got past the mutants, Duck.
Yeah, me too.
Duck took us into this water yesterday. We got stuck. Don't land in that water.
We've got an arc fall on its way. You never know what's gonna come out of those things, so take precautions. Something's coming, and it's not small.
It's not small. These are small ones. You guys wait till you see the big ones. They're really crazy. It jumped out of my grenade path. I feel like I'm in an episode of Super Troopers. You ever watch that movie? Not Super Troopers. What's the one with the alien, the bugs?
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers. Yeah, Duck. Something's up. We didn't finish it. Something's... Oh, there it is. I only got 5 kills. I sucked. I need practice. But as you guys can see, these are real players, man. Everybody with purple above their head. These are people participating in these arc falls. There are people running around doing missions. There's co-ops. There's a lot of things that are really good about this game. And once again, the big word. Oh, looky, somebody recognized me. I love it. He's teabagging the air. It's everywhere. The big word, the one that makes it all. Shoot the yellow on the hell bug. I know. I'm trying to learn, Spartacus. I'm trying. The biggest word that me and Duck love to hear when we're trying new games out. Free. Doesn't it sound good,
What?
Duck?
What?
You like the word free, right?
Oh yeah, certainly.
Certainly.
I mean, I don't mind different ones.
There's some like really cool stuff about the game. I feel like the game has a lot of cool features. I felt like you know, it was the world is beautiful actually. I mean, I feel like the graphics are well done. The combat music, they could use a little bit different aspects to combat music depending on what scenarios you're going into. I feel like it's kind of repetitive. you know, in certain aspects. The combat cues are well done. Recoils look good, all this stuff. So I feel like there's a lot of things to the game that are pros, and I definitely agree with you. I'm giving this one a thumbs up as well.
Then come back and get me.
Thumbs up.
Radios are down.
I mean, I feel like it's more casual setting. It's definitely not as grindy as Elder Scrolls.
Let's find the medical supplies.
You know?
Watch out for the mutants along the way.
That sucked.
Elder Scrolls is a good game. I mean, it's a great game, but you're going to invest time in it, you know? Same thing with Black Desert Online. You're going to invest time into those type of games. Where you at, Duck? You're supposed to have my back. I'm on my mission.
Right. They'll need all of that for field surgery.
Wandering around aimlessly.
Wandering around aimlessly.
Go to friend.
You're 6, dude.
You know you're supposed to be a Nightblade, right?
I don't know. I already stealth.
Headshot, Mystic. Hit him in the head.
Dude, I suck at this. How many times I gotta tell you? I'm better off as a tank or a healer. I'm not a shooter player. I'm an MMOer, but this is an MMO shooter, so I have to adapt.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get the hang of the headshot.
Hostile compromised.
I mean, I know how to check out, you know, your flank points and stuff. I like how you can revive people too. Watch, nice cover, dude. Secure, clear.
Oh, yeah, you need to tag the bucket, right?
Yep. I'm always tagging the bucket. I'm tagging the bucket. The bucket's getting tagged, Duck. I know how to tag the bucket like no other person can tag a bucket.
Signal the medics.
Up to the roof, signal the medics.
Is it outside or inside?
It's upstairs, inside.
Inside?
Towards the back.
Oh, yep.
Nice nade.
Nice. See, Mystic knows how to do a few things.
Actually, right here, you can actually practice your sniping. I'll hold the backside, hit him from the field.
The Earth
Try to hit
Republic
him in
team
the
has
head.
arrived. Where'd they get those helicopters? Wait, those are mutants.
Help!
I need a
This
better
is not what I
position.
signed on for.
No, this is a good position, dude.
Oh no, what I'm saying is like...
We need to clear this area of hostiles.
Shit! You've been hit!
I don't have a clear shot
Yeah, you do.
of what my target. We got a couple down here.
Oh, maybe it's because you got in a weird position.
They're gonna run up on us.
Yes.
Just a matter of time.
That's why I'm taking care of the opponents and you snipe the people on the field. They're already up here.
Gotta take cover and recharge. Oh, I dropped. Shit. And my shield went off. Okay. That's fine.
Detecting more
We'll do it
mutants
the
on their
old-fashioned way. I pistol whipped him. Because I suck so bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and... No. Dash is part of your damage rotation, dude, for sure.
It's part of your damage rotation. There's the rotation to this whole thing. I wouldn't know.
You got this.
I get more satisfaction. I should have picked assault. I get more satisfaction running up and just like chaining them down than being stealthy. You're more of the stealthy type player.
No, I'm not.
Bounced. Running him over. Yeah! No dying for Mystic today! Even though I suck.
Good work. Area secured.
Hey, come back to the
I'm
E-Rep circus.
unstoppable, yay!
Alright guys, so I'm going to wrap it up. Once again, there's a storyline, there's leveling, there's dynamic events. Dynamic events are badass. Free. Try it out. If you are getting bored and you want more of a casual MMO, something that you know is and you're a shooter fan, then this is going to be a game you're going to enjoy. I think me and Duck can both agree we're having fun currently on Defiance 2050. And once again, available on all platforms, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. I'm Mysticraven. This is Mystic's MMOs. One second, somebody said something. I gotta check it out. Mystic's MMOs. You hate that, don't you? I can't call it ESO Daily if I'm on another game. It's on the Shady video. What's up, Mystic? I played some BGs with you on PS4 NA, if you remember. Yeah, definitely, Ralph. Definitely. You know I do. You know I remember you, Ralph. Getting after it early today, I see. Yep, definitely, Todd. So if you guys are definitely shooter fans, MMO fans, you want dynamic events, yeah, well, Defiance 2050 has it for you. Like I said, I think it's more casual end. It's definitely not hardcore. There's not a lot of crafting, not a lot of, gearing, and there's always going to be farming in one aspect or another in MMOs, but the game is fun. So, try it for free. That's all I think I can say. All right, I'm Mysticraven. This is Mystic MMOs. This is Duck. Say goodbye, Duck.
What?
Say goodbye.
Are you getting off now?
I'm ending the stream.
Alright. Later.
And have a nice day.